Hello everyone, welcome to the English News Edition of Begin by Top Stories. Four companies, namely Fabrime Tare, Otebe, Kandi and CleanSat were awarded this Friday in the Bujumbura International Quality Award competition organized annually by the Burundian Bureau of Standards and Quality Control (BBN) in French acronym. The awarding of these local companies reflects the recognition of the goods produced by these companies to encourage them to compete with regional and global companies in terms of quality. And then the World Mental Health Day was celebrated at the national level at the Kamenge Neuropsychiatric Center, CNPK in French acronym. The Director General of this center, Brother Marcus Chiza, recalled that since its establishment in 1980, the center has strived to play an active role in promoting mental health in Burundi. However, he highlighted several persistent challenges, notably the shortage of specialized medical personnel and the limited availability of psychotropic medications. These were headlines. We continue in details. I'm Joseph Munindajam. At Gitega Palace, the President of the Republic of Burundi, Evariste Ndayishimiye, received in urgence on Friday Helena Boganske, Vice President of the World Bank Group, in charge of monitoring at the International Finance Corporation, IFC. This meeting was an opportunity for both leaders to discuss Burundi's ambitious development projects. Take a listen.
Very honored to have this meeting with your president. We talked about the big ambition for the country, his big ambition for the country, Vision 2040, 2060. We talked about macroeconomic stabilization plan, and we talked about, most importantly, about the huge potential that Burundi has. The president outlined all the key elements that are required to bring in more private sector investment here, the foundational infrastructure, both physical and social, the regulatory environment, business enabling environment, which are also the key elements of how the World Bank Group is engaging with countries to create more jobs, which is obviously the foundation for economic growth and stability in the country. That was really the main focus of the conversation.
Well, as I said in top stories, four companies, namely Fabrime Tare, Otebe, Kandi, and CleanSat, were awarded this Friday in Bujumbura in the National Quality Award competition organized annually by the Burundian Bureau of Standards and Quality Control (BBN) in French acronym. The awarding of these local companies reflects the recognition of the goods produced by these companies to encourage them to compete with regional and global companies in terms of quality. Jackson Irakoze reports.
Only 12 companies applied to participate in the National Quality Award competition, which is organized annually by the Burundi Bureau of Standards and Quality Control (BBN). Among them, 8 met the required criteria and were therefore selected for the competition. Of these, 4 companies received awards. Fabrimental was named the best company of the year. Otebe came the second as the best exporting company of the year. Kandi was ranked third for producing high-quality goods, and CleanSat was recognized as the best small business of the year. The Director General of BBN, Samuel Ndairagije, stated that this competition is organized to encourage local businesses. It is a strong gesture that shows they are working together. They support them in their daily activities, and this encourages them to be competitive at national, regional, and international levels. Regarding the issue of locally produced alcoholic beverages and wines, some of which are sold widely across the country without proper certification, the BBN Director General explained that the most party drinks, especially juices, beers and wines, do not have BBN certification. However, he said that they can find some that are certified. They must ensure that the certified products are the same as those being sold on the market. A certificate may be granted, but what is later produced may not match the certified product. That's why they have inspectors who regularly go into the field to verify the authenticity of the product on the market. It is worth noting that the 4 awarded companies will go on to represent Burundi in a regional competition involving other East African Community member countries.
And now the Burundian Office of Employment and Workforce organized this Thursday an official launch workshop for the activities of development and operational plan for employment intermediation, updating the director of jobs and professions, and setting up a functional digital platform for requesting and recording job requests and offers. The Director General of OBM indicated that the implementation of the plan is beneficial because the Ministry of Education will take into account the profiles and jobs listed in the planning of training programs. Jackson Irakoze once more.
Is one of the key factors that promote security, political stability, and economic development. It is in this perspective that the Burundian Office of Employment and Workforce, OBEM, in acronym, organized a meeting with all relevant stakeholders to develop a plan aimed at ranking job seekers with employers, comparing a job opportunity directory, and creating a digital platform that will allow job seekers to upload their profiles from anywhere. The permanent secretary in the Ministry of Public Service, Emmanuel Ngomirakiza, who officially opened the session, stated that during the 2-day workshop, participants were to engage in discussions to define a clear direction for organizing this project with the objective of promoting employment for citizens of working age. He stated that over these 2 days, they will have a space for exchange with all participants, especially professionals from various economic sectors present there. The aim is to provide them with the necessary guidance for developing these tools that promote employment, enhance employability, and support the socio-professional integration of all population segments of working age, he added. And according to Jean-Claude Nduwayo, Director General of OBEM, this project will bring added value not only to the country, but also to job seekers and employers. He formulated that it will allow them to publish job offers from companies. The platform will also help compile national job directory and inform decision makers on the merits and demand professions. If it turns out that certain professions are not currently taught at the education system, and then advocate for the creation of new faculties or departments, he explained. Mr. Nduwayo also highlighted that the project will allow OBEM to maintain a reliable database of job seekers, including their levels of education and training, which will facilitate faster and more accurate matches with employers looking for specific profiles.
Thanks indeed, Jackson Irakoze, for these details. Before closing, as I said in top stories, the World Mental Health Day was celebrated at the national level at the Kamenge Neuropsychiatric Center, SENPECA in the French acronym. The Director General of the center, Brother Marcus Chiza, recalled that since its establishment in 1980, the center has strived to play an active role in promoting mental health in Burundi. However, he highlighted several persistent challenges, notably the shortage of specialized medical personnel and the limited availability of psychotropic medications. Everything Yohuru has more.
The World Mental Health Day was celebrated at a national level at Kamenge New Psychiatric Center, CNPK in French acronym, commonly known as Qualojanti. This year's edition was held under the theme Access to Mental Health Services During Disasters and Emergencies. On this occasion, the CNPK leadership conducted a guided tour for its partners, showcasing the various departments of their center. The visit also served as an opportunity to present the newly constructed buildings as well as the renovated older structures. The day was further marked by the official inauguration of a new specialized unit for the care of individuals suffering from addiction to drugs and psychoactive substances, known as the Addictology Service. In his remarks, the Director General of CNPK, Marcus Chiza, recalled that since its establishment in 1980, the center has strived to play an active role in promoting mental health in Burundi. However, he highlighted several persistent challenges, notably the shortage of specialized medical personnel and the limited availability of psychotropic medications. He also mentioned the lack of adequate infrastructure, noting that some inpatient units are dilapidated and in urgent need of renovation to ensure a dignified reception and effective treatment of patients. It's worth noting that the World Mental Health Day is celebrated every year on October 10th with the aim of raising public awareness about mental health issues and promoting support for those affected.
Well, that's it for me now. Thanks again for watching. Programs continue on Nation TV. Stay tuned and take care.